Hello everyone, welcome back to ECS. I'm joined by Dan.
Hey, how's it going?
How's it going, Dan?
Good.
Good, Dan. So, obviously, the next game will be Liquid versus EchoFox. Still going, it's map 2, actually. It's not the second game, is it? It's still the second map.
Yeah. You confused me now with the bot-off impression.
Yeah, you're not sure? You think it's James?
Yeah, we didn't practice my DDK impression. Obviously, I can't do that, but...
Come on, give us your best DDK.
I can't.
Come on. I've just have a little
the only thing that you ever remember from DDK is...
Just the small smile?
Yeah. When he's getting wrecked by someone.
Yeah, or that's a plus EV play, James.
Yeah.
That's another one. It's quite big, but obviously another quite big thing is the fact there is still another map. It's going to be going down. It's Dust 2. Hopefully it should be an interesting one. There's more room for that sort of aggressive style of CS to actually be on display here, especially for a team like EchoFox, where it seemed it was quite a lot of sort of chaotic evil going on in that team. It wasn't really as sort of structured as Liquid, but they had the potential plays there and individual skill. It just never really came through in their sort of coordination. Yeah,
I mean, they were still somewhat close in getting close to beating Liquid on train, despite all the errors. And now you have a map like Dust 2 that essentially everyone knows. Everyone knows how to do an A split. Everyone knows how to do a B split. Standard rounds, very common as well. Just spread out and just gain map control. And by the looks of it as well, I think that Liquid opted to, they won the knife. I think they're opting to choose or start on the CT side, which leaves more room for EchoFox to, try to actually do a little bit better coming into their CT side. But yeah, I mean, Dust 2 is a very old map, so you have obviously it feels like that map is very washed out in terms of what you can actually do with the map, right? And like I said, everyone has been playing it. But for EchoFox here, I'm expecting aggressive play. I'm expecting ShahZaM to work his picks. I'm expecting freakazoid to run up catwalk, even run out mid. Maybe if you have a good spawn, run out long. Just play aggressive and gain some control, and you can fall back and rely on the other players on your team. And I'm hoping that that's what we're going to see here from Gares.
Yeah, it's very true indeed, because it's one of these maps, right? It's been played to death for so many years over so many iterations of CS. It's always been there. Everyone knows to play. It hasn't really changed much as well, especially if you look at sort of the correlations of source to Go. It's still played in that very similar sort of style. It's limited in what you can do, so it just comes down to sort of those individual aim battles. If you can try and take that aggression, especially on that T side, it basically is just take the aim battles towards long, try and gain map control. If you don't, sort of work it back in towards late round B take, and it's what you're going to see sort of very sort of structured throughout. So is there that much potential for those sort of individual sort of more overly aggressive sort of flare plays coming in?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Like we're talking about as well, you do have the potential here of getting entries. It doesn't really matter where you end up going. You still have the chance of getting entries. But again, Liquid, this is one of their better maps. I still think that they will probably be in a much better situation compared to Train. But for EchoFox here, it's all about that good start.
Yeah, it's going to be quite an important one to try and get this locked down early. EliGE towards shot can actually be quite a big catalyst into this round as he goes for that overall aggression, just holding by as we have a bit of console on display there. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? It's big fun. But finally we're back in. So EliGE, with this aggression, bit of a power play early on into the round, could actually get an opening frag or at least a fair bit of information. Koosta as well, he wants to try his luck going towards Longhouse, spots out roca and actually takes him down with that shot. Nice little headshot and backs off as well. This is fantastic stuff. EliGE trying to get himself out of there. We'll be able to just tiptoe away. We'll spot ShahZaM and go as they flood over as well. Map control, but losing numbers. Entering EliGE, firing back and forth. Everyone just hitting the ground right now. EliGE has been absolutely on point with that USP, and Koosta claims another one. Headshot on towards ShahZaM. This pistol round, not a single frag for EchoFox. Everyone's just been dispatched within a few measly seconds.
Yeah, and for Koosta, they're actually pushing that A long all by himself. Very risky play, obviously getting roca as well on the plus side. But they were supposed to EchoFox there. You saw there it was supposed to be a clean cut catwalk rush, and then roca just flanking on the A long. Instead, Koosta ends up getting that frag, and then you have the 4 remaining EchoFox players just pushing cat. And great hold by Liquid, yeah, getting the bomb down, but that's pretty much a given. You can't really end up holding the bomb site if it gets planted for cat, but getting those 2 frags and just retake the bomb site for EchoFox with no nades either.
And EliGE as well, once again, he's really been sort of proving that short is his domain with this all-out aggression. The 2K comes in. It is on the eco, but that's fantastic. A nice little cash injection, a big confidence boost as well. Just a few seconds into the round, he's already picked up those 2 absolutely fantastic frags. Hiko with a Biz, not the sort of weapon you do expect to see really too often. In this scenario, just tapping away, trying to burst fire with it from those long-range distances isn't going to go too fantastic. The spray comes in, he actually gets taken down as well by Gares with his Glock. Spams him straight into the cranium, upgrades to the weapon, but even then it's not much of an upgrade and will be taken down. Hits the ground. Still only 2 members being picked off on that side of Team Liquid, so not the worst round for EchoFox on the Eco, but definitely not the best either.
Yeah, no, I mean, EchoFox getting the bomb down, so Liquid pretty much assumed that they would be on a save. EliGE again with a risky play, but I do like the approach from Liquid here, playing a very aggressive first round as well from koosta. Now you see EliGE just straight up mid, just making sure that you show no respect for EchoFox, and then coming into these rounds, we'll probably play a little bit more passive after in the upcoming rounds here.
roca, 42 HP, is forced to back off. Putting all their eggs in one basket very early on to that round. They wanted to attempt to get that pick towards long, take the aim battles, so the AK is going to be very beneficial, but it didn't really go their way, and towards CT as well. Unfortunately, freakazoid, he hits the deck. EliGE is going to find that frag with the M4. RYX is still there, hasn't taken any damage just yet, so he's allowed to hold by, whilst the rest of his teammates slowly tiptoe, getting ready to go for that burst play. The contact, a sight take. koosta, now be aware of this, sees the flashbang, relays that information to his teammates, it allows them to reshuffle around. EliGE arrives on the scene. Trying to hold this angle towards short. He's going to hear all that information, relay it to his teammates, and great stuff as well, the Molotov. ShahZaM down to just 20 HP. Really burnt to a crisp, absolutely fantastic. This retake should be fairly possible for them at this point. They've got the nades, they've got the advanced weaponry as well. Not only that, everyone on EchoFox is fairly squishy. It just depends if they can go for it. 2 men coming through CT is going to be a bit awkward for them on the retake, but they find the frag. ShahZaM with the next one tap on the follow-up as well, and towards the adreN. Keeps it going, turns it into a hat-trick. He's hungry for the 4th kill, and he lands it. Absolutely sick stuff there from ShahZaM as he just goes huge with the 4 taps.
That was nuts. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, great round by ShahZaM. I mean, being already low, getting the bomb planted, stuck in a Molotov with 20 HP left. Not only did he not die after he ran out of the Molotov, the Liquid players from the A long there actually didn't pick him at all, and just play that perfectly with the barrel there as well. Just make sure that he covered, and yeah, I mean, EchoFox had no nades left either in that retake, in the F5 positioning, and Liquid looked to be in a great position, but ShahZaM, I mean, that's a highlight reel right there. Yeah,
that was just barrels of impact frags, one after another. Such a critical round as well. That retake should have been in their hands. They didn't have much of a stake left in the round on the side of EchoFox, and ShahZaM just snaps into it immediately.
See the boost here coming in from Liquid, obviously on the stage.
Unfortunate. Trying to pick up that frag, just stunning wildly into the smoke with a flurry of bullets. Did get the tag, but quite the frag, unfortunately getting taken down as well. Nitro on 50 HP, it'll be a little easier to take down later into the round, which could help out. EchoFox can still find a frag. There's could be an awful lot of potential. They do have that advanced weaponry. It's still heavily in their favour. Just looks like there's potential for it to slip away. RYX towards mid as well. Will spot out EliGE, and luckily he's able to adjust, flicking his crosshair over, spamming through the smoke. ShahZaM wants to try and keep up what we saw in the previous round, but it's going to be quite hard for him. koosta over towards Gandalf. He could actually be very big into this round. Could be quite a catalyst. But unfortunately not. Pops out. roca immediately. He's able to take him down. But nice little tap towards mid as well. RYX defending it with his life. Only one frag towards him though. They recover that Kalashnikov, and Hiko, I think most likely into this one, will just back off. No armor. And adreN on 67 HP. Don't have much of a chance to actually retake this. They're quite far out. We'll just be holding. Possibly going to find some exit frags here if freakazoid gets a bit overzealous.
Yeah, Gares ended up going down in the beginning of the round there, and EchoFox just opting to go long instead with 3 members. Rix obviously is in the middle as well, getting that catwalk pick just to make sure that they don't get flanked. One thing that's a little bit concerning to me here, even on the Eco when EchoFox, they had long control completely, they missed the smoke down CD spawn. It was like, it only covered half of it when you saw that they actually jumped over. And coming into weapon rounds, if that smoke lands the same way again, Liquid will have an opera. They will have rifles in CT spawn that's just going to shoot them down once they actually jump over. So I really hope that was just a one-time mistake on their part. Maybe someone that's not supposed to throw the smokes through it. But again, you see there the tendencies again with the nade work not actually, hitting where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, it's very worrying. It seems like there is still sort of a lot of issues in that team of actually being able to get that overall consistency 100%. It's coming down to the wire, and 9 times out of 10 when it gets that crunch, it's not really working. So a bit of a shame. koosta as well. Aggression in place in EliGE with this overall short play. Struggling. Simon was actually able to get away with the frag and his life, 8 HP. He should have been punished for this, but he's gotten away. It looks like he might try and go back for seconds as well.
Yeah, I don't have a comment. I saw that in the later stages of that duel there, you actually did see a flash coming in from Team Liquid actually saved koosta's life there a little bit because freakazoid ended up getting flashed. But ShahZaM, as well as koosta, I mean, missing 2-3 crucial shots there. If this would have gone in favor of ShahZaM, there would have been a much better situation. but instead koosta stays alive, even though with only 8 HP.
ShahZaM as well, focusing towards that A-bomb site, up in hand towards Pit. He's sort of going to be the main man into this one. Wants to try and get that opening frag onto the site and then allow his teammates to push up. koosta's quite low, but 8 HP with an AWP, he's still going to be very effective. He has that potential firepower to actually land the shot. It's going to be all riding on him, really, to provide his teammates enough time to get over. But the nade comes in, blows him completely out of the server. Fantastic stuff there from roca. Only 3 men left on that side. It's not going great. Gares should be caught off guard from lower here. If his timing's a little bit off, trying to get up behind EliGE. Has all the trigger all the timing, but the pre-fire comes around the corner and takes him down. Not trying Hiko now. Last 2 men left standing on that side. It's going to be such a ridiculously hard retake if they want to go for it. Not much of a chance. Gares speaking out, trying to give them a little bit of an open. Not really working. He will hit the ground. Hiko spamming him down. He'll begin to go in off the back of that. Just keep this aggression going. No nades. They do have a kit though, which will really come into play into this one. They drop sick down, checking CT, trying to clear all these angles, but time isn't of the essence. ShahZaM holding towards Pit, should be able to get that frag. Nitro actually claiming the frag on towards roca as well, going fantastically. Somehow they bring it back. They've been able to claw their way through. They didn't really need to go for the peak on the side of EchoFox, but they've all just offered themselves up to sacrifices there.
Yeah. Yeah, great, Liquid. Good job. Yeah, I mean, ShahZaM trying to actually help out his teammate on the A-bomb site there, which you don't really have to. It was a good plan towards Plaza as well, right?
Yeah.
Which if I'm not mistaken. And okay, bonus, you were trying to help your teammate. You're trying to make sure that he doesn't end up going down, maybe getting that frag and extra peeking. When you have that positioning as well, it's a 1-on-2. Chances are you didn't have an op either. So chances are, if he didn't have op.
He did have to, yeah.
Yeah, so if you end up going down there as well, yeah, sure, you do have the peak, but it could have been a little bit better, for sure.
Yeah, it's really odd. And it does seem to be that issue you were saying with the communication. It doesn't seem like it's always 100% there, and it really is a bit of a shame. Nitro, quite a close little tight angle, quite a pixel angle that if he missed this could be a bad opener, but unfortunately, HAX walked straight into that. Wanted to line up the smoke, he was primed and ready, locked and loaded, and just simply pulled the trigger and was able to pick him off.
You see here as well, EchoFox trying to respond, just walking up middle a little bit, trying to catch a Team Liquid player off guard. We saw that on the first weapon round as well, where you saw freakazoid run out there and CT spawn and EliGE picking him down. Looks to be another A play though.
Yeah, roca towards Ronnie. Meanwhile, koosta fighting through the flash there as if he's Daredevil or something, as he just lands that shot immediately. Absolutely great, going to be able to stay alive into this one and make it so much easier for that Liquid side as he vests him. 3 men left standing. It is going to be that short play with the late round lurk towards long. EliGE really is all riding on him basically to get that opening frag, or at least the information to relay it to his teammate. ShahZaM, meanwhile, he has to be the one to get the opener. They only have 2 flashbangs split between all 3 of them, so it's not going to go too fantastically. It has to work out. Flashbang goes over, does blind both of them towards Car, spots him out, lands the headshot as well. ShahZaM back on point right now. Wanted to get the follow-up frag, but didn't go his way, and koosta picks up the 2K. adreN with the 3rd and final frag into that one as well.
Yeah, and the bomb dropping down and see this bomb didn't really help their cause. But with no smokes left, only 2 flashbangs. Getting that frag on EliGE is good, but when you have the opera there as well, and you have nothing else to even try and cover you with, it's going to be very difficult. So great round. You saw, I mean, Liquid there, koosta getting the player completely flashed. Nitro as well with the entry, 3-on-5. I would probably opt for a B splitter rather earlier on in the round with the smoke and the 2 flash that you end up having.
Yeah, got into a bit of an awkward situation as well. Obviously, having that Galil weapon that's a little bit restricted at ranges like that, trying to take it on the play towards long, you weren't really in sort of your best element, so a bit of a shame. He's towards mid doors. He's going to be able to rip his way through everyone that comes in front of him, essentially. They shouldn't have much firepower. No flashbangs. They can't get that opening. So he's just going for the peak, a bit over-aggressive, but it's working out. He hasn't been punished. Yeah,
now you see there, you're changing positions. You have Hiko down the middle instead, whereas EliGE just running up towards the A-bomb site. And EchoFox, they're very low, the Liquid players. The Liquid players are very low, but EchoFox with no flashbangs whatsoever, only P250s. They have to work together here.
Working together fantastically. They all group up a little bit awkwardly, and they will be taken down.
Yeah, not much to do there. I mean, they were just trying to get a weapon or 2, maybe just try to keep their Team Liquid's economy a little bit at a bare minimum. But you see here as well, Hiko yet to buy a weapon yet, but he has 6 grand. Nitro obviously 3.7k. koosta, the main opera, 7.1k. So despite even if they end up losing this one round, they're gonna end up buying next round anyway.
I think this is one we sort of spoke about how we thought EchoFox would be the team to go for those very aggressive sort of style of plays, where even Liquid on their CT half, they've been trying it. They've been working their way through that playbook with these all-out ridiculous plays. It's working every time. koosta, even there, pushing up towards close by mid-box with a smoke, so we can watch towards low. If they do go for the mid-play towards mid to B, he's allowed to get away with that, only fell back due to the flashbang.
Yeah, you see here, again, Liquid with two very aggressive players on the catwalk side. And like you're saying, koosta as well, very aggressive and falling back. But this is a great approach for Liquid, just trying to change the pace a little bit. Look here for EchoFox, they have no one at long. Team Liquid probably even didn't even throw able to. And here we go, fast beat through.
Back to his old job, freakazoid with the entry, TK even. Towards mid, Gares, he's a bit of a lurk. Nitro actually trying to land that ult shot, went a little bit wrong for a bit of that little crumble, but he does reposition, and it's a 2 versus 2. They're going to have to try and retake this. They have an awful lot of utility, so it will play towards their hands, but ShahZaM, the aggression as he charges his way in, was able to adjust himself and actually find that frag, but it came really down to the wire, and now it's just EliGE, 36 HP up against RYX. He has such a great position here as he's by window, doesn't really even need to push him, but went for it, was able to spam him down towards 10 HP, still has the flashbang, will probably just come in for the peek off the back, and that doesn't quite spot out his head for far too long. He should have been taken down because of this, but still gets away with it and somehow barely holds on for that round.
Yeah, extremely close. I like the approach from EchoFox there, actually, one round that they haven't done before. They did try to go out mid before and just try and get an entry, but now you see there, getting the entry, just throwing a smoke down in C spawn and just rushing the B bomb site. As also, my point that I was making while this was happening was that Team Liquid had no one on the A long. Probably threw a smoke from CT spawn and that's pretty much it. Normally when you have a standard round, unless you try and do something fast, you want to have someone outside of long that actually just at least listens, right? So, oh, only one smoke here, I can't hear anyone, not even a re-smoke. Guys, I think they're playing catwalk this round, and then you have a better approach coming into like getting map control. Just make sure that, okay, maybe throw 1 or 2 extra flashes on the catwalk if you want to try and take that, or even late long take.
There's an awful lot of possibilities there if they want to try and work their way through them, but quite standard at the moment. Returning to that old fateful well-trodden ground towards mid. They want to bust their way down, see if they can get out. Nitro's there, lying in wait, just biding his time as he slowly waits for the push to emerge. Quite a close angle with his crosshair there, so it's going to be a bit of a risk, but obviously EliGE is holding the crossfire, so it should be an absolute abundance of frags going their way off the back of the flash. Doesn't really affect him as well. He has to go in for it. freakazoid not currently peeking the right angle. His roca wasn't there to support him when they went for the peek. Didn't really go too fantastically, and they're all getting slain because of this. Gares, tech 9 in hand, trying to make the best of a horrendous situation, but it's not really going his way. Luckily for him, ShahZaM finally arrives on the scene as he slips around through B bomb site and lands that headshot on towards EliGE. Now it's a 2 versus 2. Still an awful lot of potential left in this round for EchoFox, but the main thing is they need to recover that bomb. adreN's there. If Gares even so much as peeks a slight bit, he should be taken down. adreN wants to reposition, try and listen out for these audio cues. Will be aware now, has the information the bomb has been stolen, but does he know where ShahZaM is? He has the high ground, just waiting it out. No reason to peek. 25 seconds left on the clock. Gares will arrive in that site, uses the smoke. This is going to make the CTs panic as well, and they play right into the hands of ShahZaM, but luckily koosta was still having the composure, was able to land that headshot on towards ShahZaM with the AWP. Switches out to an AK that's going to be so much more effective in this close range combat, but he still needs to get into the site. Gares is low. Backs off, just wants to get in towards tunnel. It's a fantastic plant for that as well. Just on that default side, koosta gets into the site, clearing all the angles. Bit of a panic, but Gares is actually peeking right now. 24 HP, the flurry of bullets comes in, connects straight onto him. Tapping to just try and bait him out. Gares isn't going to play into this one just yet. No reason to peek. It seems like he has been able to pick this one up. koosta unable to best him, will be forced to just back off and save it.
Yeah, smart play by Gares there. Just you're so low, you have to take a gamble, and for this time he actually did right gamble. It was looking very grim for EchoFox in the beginning. When you B split as well, going bomb out middle is bad. You want to have it in the B tunnels just in case that happens, because for them even having the possibility to retrieving the bomb takes a lot of guts, and even for Liquid actually a little bit faulty there. I'm not sure if they actually realized that the bomb was down, but then also as well when you have ShahZaM in the B bomb site already. So the ground there that EchoFox covered, even though they were in the disadvantage, was actually pretty good.
Seems like EchoFox potentially here off the back of that one as well might want to slow it down now, try and backpedal a little bit, just work off the back of this default. We've never really seen much of default actually in play by them. It's always been these sort of set takes very aggressively, and they've gone back into that now. Not really waiting too much time before they kick things off. EliGE towards short. Time and time again he's going for this, and he's still getting away with it. One frag on the board before it's traded out. Pistols The pistols in the hand of Liquid, though, are they going to work out too well? They're still working for adreN as he uses the distance to his advantage with that deagle and lands the headshot on towards Sean. Gares wants to go back for more. Can he find the second? The follow-up frag on towards roca immediately just rips his head clean off. Absolutely glorious there, and it's just EliGE now up against the two pistols. Spamming with this P90 as he jumps around corners like he's playing Quake. This is ridiculous. He's getting away with these, and he's up against adreN. He's found his old fateful weapon, though, the AWP. He does have 53 HP, and he's holding this angle already. 2 kills on the board. He's going to need to get the hat trick to pick this one up. An awful lot of time, and EliGE has the bomb, and this is going to play into his hands.
Yeah, there should be a round where EliGE can't lose. adreN with 1 flash and yeah, sure, the AWP and the deagle, but P90 as well, adreN with no armor. Just position here is key.
And that weapon should just absolutely tear through him very easily. It's going to be so hard to retake that B-bomb site with the AWP in his hand. Looks like he's just going to have to go in with the deagle and try and hope off the back of that. Does have 1 flashbang to try and allow him entry if he wants to use it, but we'll just go in dry, it seems. Just slowly tiptoeing around. EliGE panicking right now. This could play into his hand, but unfortunately not. Was able to swipe his way over and spam into him. Great stuff in with the free K, and also recovers that AWP for ShahZaM into the following round.
Yeah, I mean, really close there around by Liquid, pushing up catwalk first with EliGE getting that entry, and then I think it was Nitro as well behind him after he went down with 2 solid entry frags from Liquid, and then adreN with 2 great one-shots. For EchoFox, a little bit too spread out, didn't really use the nades. One thing that you want to note nowadays as well, Yanko, I know talks a little bit about it quite often, is that the usage of nades and working together when you know that they're on a save. And that's something that not a lot of teams do nowadays, something that teams really need to pick up, because you got to use your nades eventually. And when you know they're on a save, even the first time, just waste them in the beginning. Just make sure you get some control and get those frags, and then all of a sudden you can have the long distance duels later on, but you want to make sure you clear the corners first.
Yeah, it's so important, obviously, coming back into that, really dialing into sort of having that structure and being drilled over in your overall team play. That's where it isn't most effective. Those nades need to be utilised in that fashion, or else, especially in rounds, as you're saying, when you're up against those pistols, that's going to be the worst case scenario. You lose the round, but not only that, you have the potential of being reset, and with such a fragile economy, you really don't want that to happen. Well, seems like this play will be the A pin, so they want to try and gain an awful lot of map control here and then hit out of long, but adreN playing close towards blue. Just absolutely rip his way through, and they do check the angle. It's a bit too late, so we got a huge tag off on towards freakazoid, but koosta does one better with a 2K now. Somehow finds that frag as well on towards ShahZaM. Couldn't quite trade him out, and is able to recover the AWP. And he is very effective with the flashbangs. Go over, does blind him to allow them safe passage across the cross. As they get on towards the bomb site, they need to get that bomb down. They've got an awful lot of time, and it will go down. Gares gets it. koosta waiting for his teammates. They don't actually need to go in just yet. They've still got a fair bit of time, all of them. Coming in towards the plate. Still waiting for the peek, and it works. Gares plays right into his hands. roca as well, with only 1 frag before he's taken down. A great retake there. Didn't really need to use too much utility on that one, and the peak just sort of came towards them for Team Liquid.
Again, EchoFox with a great entry on A long, and they had the complete A long. They didn't have complete control of catwalk. Instead, rather than just making sure that koosta knows that they're cat and just basically sandwiching him in, they end up rushing him. And koosta gets, and the EchoFox members on long, they were just down by pit. There was no sandwich, no ability, no range frag ability. They didn't even use any nades to get him. They just ran through on the left side of the smoke, and it cost them the round. You need to wait there. You get the entry, just wait for your teammates to call, okay, when are we gonna, sandwich a guy on a bomb site? Okay, let's go now. Throw 1 flashbang or whatever and just go. Rather than going and then 2 seconds after, then your remaining team members on the A bomb site actually shows up. Yeah, you get the bomb down, but by then it's too late.
Yeah, it would have been ridiculously important as well, because as you were saying, it's just koosta on the site. If they went for the pincer, he would have had nothing he could have done. Wouldn't have been able to watch those angles, would have been overwhelmed, and could have been around in the book for EchoFox, but didn't really go that way, unfortunately. Enter into this round as well, very stacked heavily towards mid, just 2 players sitting in lower. Want to go for that B-split play, the mid to B. I do have the smoke on roca and the 2 flashbangs on Gares, but we see the push actually come out of long if the CTs want to get a bit headstrong. This could go really wrong really quickly towards mid as well. It's going to all ride on Nitro, and he couldn't quite do it. Blind and confused, didn't find the frag. Hiko as well plays off the back of it. The confidence pushed quite fantastically into the 3K, and koosta and EliGE mop up the rest.
Yeah, great initial round by EchoFox there. Going out, just walking out mid first, not seeing anyone, dead in the smoke, and then the flashbang. Oh, that was great. And then obviously Hiko there. That frag onto window was just absolutely nutty. He had like six bullets left. If EchoFox would not have gone caught there out in the middle, the other 2 members, he would have gone down. At least he would have gotten a bomb down.
Yeah, it's ridiculous he's actually able to get away with that one. Fantastic stuff. roca pushing in towards Longhouse as well. adreN looking like he might want to try and do the same. Glides round, trying to bait him out here. You will hear that audio cue, and it seems that roca might have taken a bit of the bait, gets close in, only takes 10 damage off that nade, but it still could come into effect later on into the round.
Yeah, very passive here from EchoFox. You see there, three guys outside long and 2 guys in tunnel. Now 1 guy falling back. But when you have the... Yeah, I somewhat don't like this because you're just wasting time here. You're just waiting for the smokes to fade and you don't really gain any control. You haven't even showed yourself on catwalk so far, so Liquid are still... You see all the nades that Liquid have, mainly because you're not taking any control. You're throwing a flash, you're not making them fall back, you're not making them throw the extra smoke or extra molly. Instead, rather, you're just spending time just make sure Liquid doesn't push. And now hitting the A-bomb site. Liquid, great position by koosta, but you also have a lot of nade stuff from Liquid.
koosta in this angle, it's going to be so fantastic. If he even misses the first shot, he'll still be allowed to get away and have the information, but it's going to be vital. Does miss it, has the Molotov, so he's still allowed to get back. Gets away with his life, and that was mostly the main important one. roca, nice angle as well. That's what that boost comes into effect later into the round. adreN wanted to try and work out what's going on, needed to get the information there to try and reposition his teammates. Unfortunately, just walk straight into the trap. Now the main play comes out. His bomb site is under onslaught. koosta still trying to hold it back, but he's got 2 angles to deal with. As roca coming in from behind, lands 1 shot, does give himself away. koosta fires back and still hits the ground as well. Nice stuff from roca, already a 3K, and he's hungry for more. B hops round and lands the shot on towards Nitro. Absolutely glorious from the man, just going absolutely insane. It's just sick to watch. Somehow he's getting away with his flashy frags, and there he is on for the ace.
Yeah, a great round by roca. I don't think without him there, they wouldn't have won the round. Getting that first initial frag on adreN, just slaughtering EliGE as well, a frag that EliGE should have had, and then just leaving koosta in a very weird situation where he's like stuck between the A bomb side and A long, and he has to take a gamble, and roca just playing that corner perfectly, just waiting for koosta to actually shoot his bullet, and then by then it's a free frag. So overall, great approach by roca. But EchoFox again, I would love to see just one map in place.
freakazoid with 3K towards mid. Everyone just offering themselves up to him, and he's going to take full advantage of that. The Molotov goes out as well, trying to force him to play on that close angle back. Hiko, he's just going to hold his ground. Eagle in hand wants to see if they're going to come up short, but it won't quite work out, and the Vince plays finally come into effect as well. Hits the ground off the back of Gares, spamming into him, and it's left on adreN. A 1v4, no real stake into the round. Could find the frag on towards Freak, but won't be going that way, unfortunately. That's the equaliser scoreline as well at 7-7 now.
Yeah, just holding positions there. Liquid with a very aggressive play. Obviously, they were on an eco coming into the last round here in this half. And freakazoid with 4 frags, and we do see yet another off on koosta. And he's been playing great. I mean, koosta is essentially taking over adreN spot on the A bomb side, and this is a position that adreN used to be pretty decent at, actually. Instead here, another fast round.
EliGE towards Pip. Going to do some damage there, unfortunately not really going to go out. He could have played it into his hand, it was quite a prime time position, but Gares has taken full control of the round. A 2K already. Just to lead the rest of his army up towards that A-bomb site. They've got full smoke control. They are just paranoid about the fact of that smoke, and they've wasted far too much time now. The welcome map was there, but it's beginning to fade away. They smoke the cross as well. Hiko is laying in wait. CT's so spread out at this point, so they need to try and tiptoe their way back around, paranoid about where the positions of the T's could be. Meanwhile, Hiko, just an absolute power player, doing damage to everyone on that side.
Smoke was a little bit better this round from EchoFox as well, making sure that they actually can jump over to the A-bomb site. Rick's there just taking a gamble, he didn't really need to, but leaving them in a 3-on-3 situation, only 1 HE nade left on roca. Very sloppy position for roca as well there.
Yeah, up on top of that box, open to so many angles, it's a bit ridiculous he was actually doing that late into the take. Gares as well, peeking out off the back of the smoke, too anxious, and it's played into him, and Nitro lands the shot on towards ShahZaM. Once again, I mean, it seems to be the case, whenever they've got that A-bomb site, the amount of overfaces we see from EchoFox is just in abundance, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and again, it's actually end up winning the round as well. It's actually quite weird, because EchoFox, they do get 7 rounds on the board, but it feels like the reason why they win rounds is mainly because you have a hero play coming in from one of the team members.
Yeah.
They're not really doing anything fancy. I think on the initial execute there on A long from EchoFox, the smokes actually missed. They're supposed to be a little bit more aggressive. Instead, rather, what you did there was you helped Team Liquid out in putting your smokes very defensively, so Liquid had all the time in the world to actually gain some ground. Sure, it didn't end up working out for Liquid, but then again, you saw there, they end up getting the A-bomb site, or A-long even, and Rix is the first guy that initially just ends up peeking CT spawn, ends up going down, Smoke was good this time, but then when you actually go over, you get the bomb down. Roca with a horrible position ends up falling again, and like again, you see all these mistakes happening throughout the round where for EchoFox, they just really need to like go back and learn from their mistakes here.
That's the thing as well. It seems like Roca is one of these players that he's got so much confidence in himself that he's going for things that sometimes he just shouldn't do. He needs to dial it back. His confidence and his aggression, even though it's one of his massive benefits, is also a downfall to him, it seems.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the way it is for a lot of these new players where, you know, they get picked up because they are, you know, they're performing so good in their team. They're so aggressive. Oh my God, his aim is so you know, so crisp. But yeah, you have to tone it down. You have to make sure that, you know, the reason why you're on the team is, yeah, we need you to do frags like these, but in the right times.
Yeah, you have a role to fulfill and you need to do it at that time. Talking about the man here, he is very aggressive, start up towards top mid, just charges his way up. He's been allowed to do so. This is ridiculous. They've actually gotten away with this. 2 players from that CT side immediately, and here's the backstab as well. They have complete map control. They're aware of what's going on, but luckily for them, EliGE was able to, a little bit of a halt in it, only takes down one before RYX is able to trade it back. Nitro on the A side as well. Does find that frag, and towards mid, Gares locks in Mortal Kombat with Hiko, but luckily he finds the frag, is able to recover himself with that USP. Even though at close quarters, it still somehow goes in his favour. RYX towards long. He's just keeping Nitro there for the meantime, that even then is still going to help them in the long run, forces him to focus so heavily towards him. Koosta will spot them out as they begin to charge their way up short on the retake. Have to land the shot into RYX. They're just offering themselves up to him right now. Luckily, Nitro will claim it, but it's not going to come into effect. Gares already on the bomb, has to stick it, and will claim it.
Yeah, great approach by EchoFox. Just grabbing a peek in the beginning of the round up in T spawn, not seeing anyone. You see Roca just rushing up mid with the help of his teammate, getting that initial frag onto adreN, and then not even stopping, which is kind of concerning, because if Liquid were there, if they would have just hold their grounds on the A long just with 1-2 players, and not even necessarily long peeking, just make sure that when they do rush out, just get him. It could have looked a little bit different, but good approach by EchoFox.
A little bit more organic, potentially actually going to be coming out in their CT half, which could benefit them because it was quite static really over on their T half. It was never really too flamboyant, was quite limited. It looked like it got sort of put in a box at one point, but broke up towards that B-bomb site, M4 in hand. Talking about boxes, we'll just be sitting there holding this angle, seeing if he can hold off EliGE. Don't even need to hold him off as he's not got any head anymore, so he'll just be dead at this point.
Yeah, look at the difference here between their Hiko as well. They have 2 smokes and 2 flashbangs, or 1 smoke and 2 flashbangs.
Oh. That's too obviously a map where a scout can come in so handy, and ShahZaM proving how to utilise it quite effectively. Already 2 tags and finish him off with a pistol. He's aware that everyone's low, so he just switches out to that P250 now, but it's not going to matter as freakazoid just walks his way in, does the drive-by with the MP9. Not only does he get the frags and they pick up the round, he gets a fair bit of cash off the back of that as well. They've got 2 frags as well.
Yeah, but Liquid did get the bomb down, so they will be able to buy here. And like I said, they had 1 smoke and 2 flashbangs, smoking off the A bomb side and just flashing 2 over. Yeah, ShahZaM, he had a bunch of people, but Liquid's approach there was just get the bomb down. We don't really care if we win or lose. We just want the extra money.
Yeah, now you can see that coming into effect as well. Obviously, the AKs have been bought up, locked and loaded into this one. Seems like there could be actual very aggressive B tank actually coming out. That's the play coming around. Potentially the mid to be a little bit later on into the round. They have the 1 player in upper, and they'll be rotating around through mid and try and take that play. It's actually waiting in the default towards upper tunnels in the meantime. And straight through the smoke with koosta on the entry. He's allowed to get away, but actually slips out onto the site as well. They're still not taking him down. He's just sitting there on the corner. Rockets are very low as well. They're actually somehow making this work. This is fantastic. Get into the site. The headshots come out from Nitro. Nice use of the nade as well to blow Rocker out of the server. And they've done the unthinkable into that.
That's insane. I would at least expect them to waste a smoke and just, you know, put out the Molotov. No. Let's just rush through it. Roca ends up going down on to 7 HP, can't really do anything, ends up getting naded down. And then here, smart play by EchoFox, just saving the 3 weapons that you have. I don't know, did koosta actually throw anything in the beginning there, or did he just?
I think he just ran clean out through the Molotov.
Was there a smoke on the? It was a smoke on the right-hand side, or which must have come from Liquid. But yeah, that was the kind of play that I was expecting EchoFox to do.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit more pug styley, rather than, you know, trying to pull off and execute. And yeah, it worked out. Good job by Liquid getting the bomb down as well. Only adreN leaving, so economy is going to look good coming into round number 19. My math is correct, yes.
Any sort of benefactor into that one as well. ShahZaM obviously wasn't in that conflict, so he didn't run the risk of losing the AWP. He still got that in his arsenal into the following round.
Yeah, which is obviously a bonus because there, when they already have the bomb, or when they already have the bomb site and you're 2 members down and you have no control whatsoever, the best situation there is you can have ShahZaM in seat spawn. If it does get the initial frag, maybe you can go for it. But if you don't get a payout right away, then you just save right away.
Yeah, it's going to be the right call. Obviously, makes a lot more sense. Roca. Back to basics towards that B bomb site, but it looks like Liquid possibly want to try and go for the short take or the mid to beat. So quite their time, just actually going to go for the contact play as they tiptoe out. EX, he's in a fantastic position. This does work very effectively. Molotov actually gets put out off the back of the smoke as well as they want to go for it. They haven't checked the angle. He's all the time in the world to look over the top of the smoke and does the damage. Gares as well, capitalising, hitting from the back when they're focusing towards the front, and he claims that frag.
Yeah, great hold overall. Yeah, from Liquid there. I actually think that that particular round was actually intended with the Molotov and the smoke, just to get it in a better situation. But you saw there as well, I think it was Gares, right, that was going to put out the Molotov anyway, just in case. So great position by EchoFox, and Liquid not really clearing it once you actually run over. You always want to have maybe the third guy, that's the last guy there, just make sure that you hold the seat to spawn, just in case someone rushes through, maybe someone has boosted. Just those accidents like that don't happen.
A bit of a shame there into that one. The economy actually not looking too grandiose for the side of Liquid as well.
Yeah, and with the amount of members that EchoFox actually had surviving for Liquid here, this is one of these calls that is like, well, are we going to buy? Well, we can't really, depending on how the situation looks. You saw there after Liquid actually, or EchoFox actually bought out everything, they don't actually have that much money left. So this is a gamble from Liquid. If it ends up paying out, then it's good on them.
It's definitely a bit of a risky one, but no risk, no reward. It just depends how it's going to go, really. Roca. Aggression towards upper tunnel, spots out koosta, fires off a few pot shots, but luckily we'll dial it back a little bit. Not going to go too overly aggressive and keep the tempo rolling. We'll just back off onto the bomb site and help out his teammate. They've got the information now. All they need to do is just hold off the T's when they try and flood in towards that bomb site. Gares is there, trying to tighten up the pipes, finds that shot on towards Nitro, but EliGE will be able to trade it out. Good stuff. Roca on the site, just spamming away. Wanted to get the spray transfer, didn't really go in his favour. It's down to a 3 versus 3. adreN with a neutral Tech 9 in his hands, but Hiko towards mid, AK-47 spamming away, doing all of the work. Fantastic stuff. He gets that pick on towards RYX. freakazoid on the push up towards the site. EliGE gave himself away as he had to pass the bomb into the site. Not going too fantastic. I'm not sure if it was passed to him before he just pushed out with the aggression, wanted to try and get the play, so the bomb was still left on him. It's all going a little bit wrong. freakazoid charges it to the site, doesn't check it, so actually gets taken down, shot in the back by adreN, and ShahZaM keeps on tapping with the Tech 9, finds the wallbang headshot on towards Hiko.
Yeah, oh, that was close. I mean, EliGE was pretty smart there, because I think that he knew that he was out there, because he had to go out because the bomb was in a very bad place. Throwing over the bomb, trying to get the bomb down, but EchoFox just making the best of the situation, especially after that that spray coming in from roca on the B bomb site. So sure, only having one member stay alive, and but here the Liquid didn't get the bomb down. So you see here the members from EchoFox, Gares and freakazoid, both with SMGs, trying to get some extra bank.
freakazoid in this close angle definitely should be quite effective if the push comes out. There's only one man there in the meantime, and he doesn't really need to go overly aggressive into it. These Tech 9's really going to be quite powerful in that drive by sort of all-out Wolfpack style of play. Just want to explode into the bomb site and try and hope for the best. Just get the bomb down if they can. That's going to be the main goal. ShahZaM has the cross ready though. In hand, unfortunately, will reposition it. Let's get even a little bit open. Only RYX nearby. Luckily, ShahZaM is going to come back over. The right call was made. Misses the opening frag, which makes it a little bit awkward. Tries to readjust and will compose himself and find it. And the follow-up as well. There, shot on towards EliGE. Meanwhile, RYX just spamming away on the site, but ShahZam's still doing all the work for him. And we'll find that final kill on towards adreN though.
Yeah, no nades coming in from Liquid, just straight up pistols. Would have preferred again there, if even if you're low on money, just have one of the guys not buy a P250 or a Deagle and buy 2 flashes in the smoke, for example. Just try and do the same approach you did before, where you smoke off the side, just double flash and just try to get the bomb down, because it's not like you're spending any more money on getting the nade.
Long take actually coming into play as well here. ShahZaM and Cohen nearby. Close quarter combat, a bit of a Mexican standoff. Somehow freakazoid hasn't been spotted out yet. There's a smoke dividing the two, zoning them apart. And this could be fantastic. A shot by Car did enough damage to make him soft so his teammate could find the frag.
Yeah, that was good play by Liquid in the end there. Just, again, revenge frag. You saw the peak, insta peeking right away, and you're only going down. Otherwise, could have been a little bit...
Into the cranium. Rock up. Into a 1v3 now. Has a flashbang. And a Molotov to use, but wants to try and get into a bit of position. A prime time step towards the site. Caught off guard by Nitro as he jumps up by Car. Did enough damage to make him soft so his teammate could find the frag.
Yeah, that was good play by Liquid in the end there. Just, again, revenge frag. You saw the peak, insta peeking right away, and you're only going down. Otherwise, could have been a little bit dangerous. For Liquid there as well, ShahZaM, a little bit unlucky because you saw that when he got the initial frag there on long, freakazoid actually blocked him a little bit. So it was either a gamble between, well, do I want to shoot? I might kill you and I might die myself, or do I just want to rely on you possibly getting him? They both ended up going down. So very fast approach by Liquid on the A long take, and it worked out. And you see here again from EchoFox, they actually don't put too much pressure on the A on long. So that's something that they can actually use again, maybe even later on in the round.
Tiptoeing their way up towards the A bomb site now once again. Short's been under heavy aggression constantly. They've not actually found overly ludicrous amounts of success. 9 times out of 10, EchoFox have been able to deal with the pushes quite easily. But can they repeat history, or will this be the time that Liquid actually finally tear down the walls and break into that site?
Very important for freakazoid here, if they do end up hitting that A bomb site, that he stays alive. Just make sure you help ShahZaM out here.
This is very interesting as well. Nice stuff being able to go for the CT drop. It works out absolutely amazingly. freakazoid caught off guard. Nitro over 2k already, as he just dispatches everyone in front of him, bringing a war to the side of Liquid. Inside of EchoFox even. And now it's just Sean, Gares and roca. Moving forward, and that's all they have to utilise. They're trying to do a fantastic job, and they're making it work. Immediately 2 picks go into their favour. They've still got 3 more to take. Sean Gares switches it out to the AWP. Himself in that elevated angle. A bit anxious that there's someone close by and towards the site, but meanwhile roca thinking about close. 2 people sitting on towards short. Fantastic stuff as they find that frag. Pick does come in, Sean Gares though, as he B-hops across to the site. A little bit of potential left into this one. Has the flashbang. Wants to just try and bait him out by tapping the bomb. Doesn't seem like they will actually fall for it. adreN plays into it, but it doesn't even matter. Lands the shot as he just slides around like an acrobat.
Yeah, I mean, very smart by Sean Gares. I was going to say, they can see the bomb from all the way catch on. What kind of position is that? But adreN, obviously, show me wrong. A great, actually really good round from Liquid. Knowing that ShahZaM has the op by the car cross, they actually used the smoke there just to cover him off. So once the initial flash came over, he had to fall back, and he has no vision whatsoever on the A bomb. So even in CT spawn, and freakazoid was flashed as well.
Sorry, mistakes and talking about that's just absolutely insane stuff there. Nitro somehow with a 4K on the entry, just ripped his way through everyone. It's ridiculous he's been able to get away with that. There's roca to be taken down as well by adreN. Nitro on the entry, absolutely sick stuff. He's really been popping off into this game. Quite a few power plays that have been important, especially EliGE as well. We saw that especially on that T side. He was the main man of actually going for these more sort of ridiculous plays, and it worked out for him.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I think all of Liquid is actually playing really well right now. Just make sure that they cover each other. Again, there has been some mistakes on both sides, but I'm actually quite impressed by EchoFox even being able to stay alive in this game so far. Despite all of these mistakes, and then comes in with great plays from roca and also ShahZaM.
And the speed bomb site. There's been a bit of a massive leak there, and they haven't really been able to sort it out. Need to call a plumber soon, or it's going to get a bit ridiculous. And roca, he's on the scene, wants to try and spam them down. Tap their way through the site, actually transfers a ridiculous amount of damage and converts that into 2 kills. Wants the hat trick as well, and he's going to be able to claim it. Spotted them all out there, absolutely glorious stuff towards mid. Koosta stuck in a horrendous situation, wants to make the best of it, but won't be alive for too long. Hits the ground off the back of roca, turning that into a quad kill for him.
Yeah, very great hold by roca, very sloppy play from Liquid. Having 2 members go out, it was a B split essentially. Having 2 members go out mid, first guy goes down, and then obviously the second guy there. EchoFox only had 1 member on the B bomb, which was roca, and Liquid only using 1 flash to run in and try and gain control of that map, and roca putting down the smoke and getting that 3 kill. Great play by him, but Liquid could have probably done that a lot better.
Yeah, they just opened the hurt locker and had a good old rummage around. Didn't really like what they saw. Didn't go too fantastically. Hiko and Co now forced the back off as well from long. They are zoned out with that aggressive smoke, and so there could be potential for a bit of a power play from freakazoid if he's got the confidence, but they'll be backing off now.
Yeah, again, you see here again EchoFox with the gamble, and I love this approach from EchoFox. Just taking that straight out gamble is like, hey, just leave me all alone, B. Just try and peek something for me in middle. but just let me have it. Even being aggressive here as well and not getting punished whatsoever. And EchoFox with, again, 4 members on the A bomb side. If Team Liquid ends up pushing here with 1 member down as well, they shouldn't win this round.
Yeah. This is ridiculous. I mean, they've basically just been forced into play the style of CS that EchoFox want them to at this point. They're playing right into their hands, conditioned to do so. They need to break out of it soon. The smokes go over. This will allow a safe passage towards the site. And they even get on there. Sean Gares, nice stuff. He did do the CT drop. He got away with it. EliGE doing the same. Nitro also. Sean Gares holding over. Comes in, lands that shot on towards EliGE. RYX finds the frag on towards Hiko. It's just left on one man, koosta. Caught out of position, no real chance into the round. EchoFox are going to find it. If they can keep this up, this should be their game now. Yeah,
this is extremely smart by Sean Gares. That play, again, having 4 players on the A bomb side, he was kind of expecting that play. Once he saw the smokes down in CT spawn, he instantly fell back behind the smoke because he knows it's going to drop. And then as soon as you get the entry there, he just walks through the smoke, gets that frag, and then all of a sudden, that round, a lot of teams do the same round where they drop spawn and you know, try to get A control. Once that guy in seat spawn goes down, now Liquid have 2 of them. Even if one goes down, chances are your odds of winning that round just decreases tremendously. And Sean Gares there being very smart in his play. And if you compare him on this map, for example, he has 21 frags on this map compared to Train, where he did not have a great game. It just shows like how smart of a player he can actually be, because like small stuff like that actually wins you rounds, and that's exactly what happened here.
It's obviously something that comes into effect where you look at it. Dust 2 as a map, it feels like what it could be. Obviously, this team overall, with the sort of the changes that have been made, especially with freakazoid being there instead of Ichiban, there's that potential that a map like Train being a little bit overly complex, they had to change so much things up, try and get, you know, the gears in motion, didn't really work out. Dust 2, as we were saying, like prior to this, everyone sort of knows Dust 2. You've got very familiarity. Every team has to basically play the same style because there's only so much you can do. It's been played to death, and is that something you feel could have been sort of the benefactor coming into this?
I mean, definitely. I mean, it should be the same for both teams, right? And especially, I mean, these 2 teams probably play each other quite often as well, and they know each other inside and out. If anything, Liquid should be the ones with the advantage here coming with Peacemaker. Sure, he only came in 2 days ago. I'm not sure how much time he actually got to drill the team, but in situations like these, when especially like in times like these where you have the timeout, this is where Peacemaker should come into play and, you know, just talk about like, hey, okay guys, this is what we've done, this is what went wrong. Roca seems to be causing a lot of issues at B. Let's just try and gain some initial map control and fall back, see what happens. Make sure that you cover the B tunnel, so if Roca pushes, if you end up getting that frag, then you know it's a clear entry towards the B bomb site. And this has not happened yet from EchoFox, or from Liquid, sorry.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's a weird one as well, sort of going down to it. It seems like a lot of the stuff we're seeing with EchoFox as a whole is that confidence that was always sort of there, but only sort of individually has now sort of come overall. And as you were saying with Sean as well, is because he's really stepped it up and micromanaging a lot more overall. This is what I wanted to see on Train, that was never really sort of individual players going for those picks that they knew they could pick off the back of spawn. There wasn't much spawn-based play organically, whereas on Dust 2, it's a map that does allow them to do so, and they've tried it quite effectively, and it's working out even on their CT half where it seemed quite limited on Train. Obviously, you know, they didn't really have sort of too much overall going on for them. The structure wasn't quite there. There's a lot more sort of communication-based plays that were limited because of this. On Dust 2, the structure seems to be there. They seem to be switched on. Everyone's sort of firing from all cylinders now. I don't know if they've sort of warmed up off the back of that. It's given them sort of the extra bit of energy they need to kickstart.
I mean, at the beginning of the game, even at the beginning of their CT side and on their T side, it was very sloppy. Where it's like failed smokes, failed positioning, failed teamwork. Whereas for now, like you're saying as well, they seem to be a little bit more fired up, actually working together a little bit more, just taking bomb sites, you know, together and taking a gamble. I think that's the key part here, where it's like EchoFox are taking a gamble. Yeah. They were in the deficit. They need to take a chance. And you see here now coming into this round, actually. For EchoFox, this is going to be the most important part as well for Liquid. Will EchoFox do the same thing? Will they put Roca all by himself on the B bomb side, or will they actually change the pace again?
We're going to have to wait and see. Seems like a bit of long aggression will be unfolding shortly. They are waiting. ShahZaM as well. This is a fantastic position. He's gone overly aggressive. He has that angle covered toward lower. It didn't matter what Hiko did in that scenario. He was dead 9 times out of 10. Peeked out, immediately picked down. Absolutely fantastic stuff. They've got that advantage they needed. This is going to make the round a million times easier than what it already would have been.
Yeah, and you see their fallback again from EchoFox. ShahZaM switching over to the A bomb site. Took a gamble there again for EchoFox. Okay, are they smoking off both corners? Yes, they are. Okay. This is actually a very old strategy that that people used to use, where they, if they don't have an opera, they just want to gain control and say, for example, put down an opera in pit, and whereas then they can fall back. Just leaves. Look at the vision of ShahZaM here. He's pretty much completely blocked down.
It's fantastic. Unfortunately, though, EliGE, just as the smoke dissipated, he was in the open, and he's going to get capitalized because of this. ShahZaM just punishing everyone that goes in front of him. Already a free K, he is hungry for more, and he's doing the damage. Koosta gets obliterated, and it's just left on adreN, trapped in towards pitch. ShahZaM single-handedly annihilating the team. He's a one-man army with this orb in his hand, using it like an absolute railgun as he just tears his way through the opposition, trapped by Car now. No reason to peek. We'll be going for this jump phase, just trying to get the information for his teammate. Sean Gares is there. Roca coming in with a flank as well. If he can get the backstab off, I mean, this round's basically as good as done.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much over. 15 seconds left, 16 and 15, and 1-on-3 situation. I started off that round so good, where it's like, yeah, you know, this is the old tactic coming in for the Euros. You know, you double smoke it, just make sure that the opera is, you know, it doesn't get any vision. Smokes dissipate, and yeah, sure, you have two Liquid players just out in the open completely. I have no idea why. Like, again, the idea is there, you smoke it off. Even if you want to stay at long, that's fine. Just go down in pit. So if he actually ends up being at the car, even if it's on the bomb site there, that smoke there, I don't know. It's just extremely sloppy on that end. They were probably expecting ShahZaM to be on the A bomb site. But once the smoke dissipates there, use a flashbang and then throw the smoke that you wanted to, instead of just taking the gamble, because that just hurt you. I mean, ShahZaM with 4 kills there.
Yeah. It was such a shame as well. I mean, as you were saying, that frag towards long, just the timing, the positioning was slightly wrong. It should have been switched on for them. They should have been awake at that point, and seems like they have hit the snooze button, and Sean Gares, he's going to put adreN to sleep as he fires up through short, through the smoke, takes him down. Koosta's going to follow suit as well. Nitro has the backup of his teammate, and they begin to make things work a little bit. They find a crack on towards that site as Hiko gets the shot off on towards freakazoid, but even then, this round should be slipping away fairly soon from them. EliGE towards ramp, 27 HP, pops out, and Hiko's going to pop his head clean off as well. So 2 versus 3, that one will go down from the back of Nitro. The retake should be unfolding shortly. Roca actually peeking all on his lonesome. Sean Gares was just a few measly seconds away. He had the flashbang. Could have allowed him to peek off the back of that, but he went in on his own and has been taken down, punished because of this. This could actually be quite a massive play in towards the round. This could be so big. Nitro just bouncing around trying to find these frags. ShahZaM does get the shot on towards Hiko. The spam from Nitro panicking. He's paranoid about where the push will come out. ShahZaM, he's aware of his positioning, glides around the corner and still takes it.
Yeah. freakazoid getting caught off guard on catwalk there. I think that he instantly assumed that someone would be holding his catwalk from middle. That wasn't really the case. So when he fell down, or when he went down, the whole really round just went into turmoil, and Liquid getting the bomb down with the retake, or with the after plan positioning as well. So they're still in the game, 15-13.
Seems like they might have actually tried to take that slow approach one again as well. Once again, even they begin to just backpedal a little bit, just holding this default. Want to see if there's going to be any headstrong play potentially. There shouldn't be at this point though. Obviously, that side of EchoFox, they really need to pick it up. Let's get into the clutch scenario this time.
Yeah, and this is a massive game for EchoFox as well. Yeah, you do have most of the nades, but Rix, he only has a C-set and not even a head armor. So Liquid winning this round, we could potentially see an overtime.
It's very true indeed. ShahZaM, close by. It's going to really be riding on him to actually get the opening frag into this. EliGE, he has that CZ. It's still going to be quite an effective weapon. Can pack a punch in close range, but if it gets to that scenario, it could be quite bad. On the side of EchoFox, dynamic duo and Sean Gares and Go as they slightly tip to outspot Hiko towards T-spawn and take him down. Here's EliGE with that CZ. He's making it work. 1-2 combo as he spams his way through. He gets the headshot on towards EliGE. Finally, adreN takes him down, but ShahZaM will get that shot off on towards Koosta as well. It's just on adreN now. A 1v4 to try and keep his teammates into the game. It all rides on him. Just comes down to this, and he's getting hit by nades from all angles, panicking. He's not sure what to do. Peeks out, and Sean Gares will be able to land the shot.
Yeah, ROX on the A bomb side there by Goose. Only C-set getting the 2 kill after the first one. Actually saw that, I don't know if it was ShahZaM or freakazoid there on the A long, just throwing a flash for him, just saving his life. And for Liquid, I think it was a good approach, whereas you have 4 catwalk and Hiko is the one holding in B tunnels. Liquid or EchoFox again, you see the aggressive play coming in for B tunnels. Sean Gares and Roca pushing in. Hiko fails to actually get the kill and ends up going down, and then all of a sudden again, you're in a deficit. No one is really holding your back. Rick's being allowed to get those 2 frags on the bomb site. So yeah, I think overall both teams here had obviously some good rounds and some bad rounds. But in the clutch situations here, EchoFox obviously excelled tremendously. You saw there in the clutch situations. In this situation right here, this is the one I was talking about before. Go down pit, at least someone, so you can actually flash for your teammate when you want to. Because I think the idea there was to throw the smoke down and see the spawn. But instead, what happens is you have the reverse effect. You get the smoke down, but ShahZaM started getting 3 kills on top of that. So, yeah, for Liquid, I think this is. Obviously, this was supposed to be their go-to map, but coming into Cobblestone now, I think it's going to be extremely important for Liquid to even to start off strong here with that fail of a half.
Yeah, I mean, it's true, and it seemed like both teams sort of heavily struggled in their T-half. That was where sort of the problems arise, especially for Liquid at that point. You know, they had these good ideas, they had the plays, but when it came to just overall communication, they were basically doing what EchoFox were doing in train. It seemed like it just all broke down, they hit a wall and had no answer for it.
Yeah, and no, I completely agree on both of these team sides now. On the T side, again, you have the correct approach. You go in, you take some map control, you get the bomb site, and then all of a sudden it just falls apart. Yeah. And then the communication it takes to actually retake a map is most of the times even more important than it is to hold the positioning. But again, you see there the afterplan positioning is where people end up falling down, whereas the retakes one, the communication seems to be good. So there needs to be some, obviously you see some massive changes there where it's like, well, the afterplan, maybe they're thinking too much into it, right? Oh, it's a 3-on-3, we get the bomb down, don't worry about it. Whereas for retake, it's like, okay, guys, I'm going to do this, let's just go together.
Yeah, talking about going together, guys, something that you can do together is get yourself down to the Wembley Arena on the 25th and 26th of June. That's where we're going to be holding the finals for ECS Season 1. Obviously, there's a lot of money on the line. So if you want to be there, you definitely can be. There's 8 teams from all around the world. Obviously, the top tier are going to be down, and you can get your tickets off wembley.csgoleague.com. But for the meantime, we're going to be heading out to another short break before we come back in for the 3rd and final map of EchoFox versus Team Liquid.